And representatives from one of the groups that filed suit against Texas is joining me now. It's Marisa Limon Garza. She is the executive director of the Las Americas Immigrant Advocacy Center and the daughter of immigrants from Mexico. And Jennifer Babayi, the center's director for advocacy and legal services. So welcome, both of you. So Marisa, first you work closely with asylum seekers. You're so familiar with the community. How worried are people about this confusing, first of all, about the law, and then all the back and forth with the courts?
So both SB4s that we have before us have caused already a great deal of harm, whether it's a chilling effect, a bit of psychological warfare, a bit of panic and insecurity. And so I think that's actually the law's goal. I know that we are talking that there's no there in terms of how this would be actually put into action. And the reality is that it was always designed to be political theater, and it was always designed to score political points. And so, yes, asylum seekers and other folks all throughout the state, because this is a statewide law, if you're basically anything other than perhaps a white individual or a white passing person, this law could very easily affect you. And it's important that the larger United States understand that what's happening in Texas is really a push against the multiracial democracy that this state already is.
And Jennifer, you're an attorney and advocate on behalf of migrants. I don't know if you've had a chance to track the arguments that have been going on by Zoom for the past hour down there, but what stands out to you in terms of this argument and what the Supreme Court decided?
I think first and foremost, it's the chaos even within the state. What's coming out from the arguments, I was able to listen in earlier today, and there is confusion as to, similar to what several county sheriffs and officers have already made public statements about. No one knows the details of how this law is going to go into effect and who will be captured by it. And so that human cost is too high. One person arrested under this law is too high, and that is what was made clear this morning during the hearing.
And Jennifer, the governor says that state troopers won't be targeting longtime residents, but talk to me about racial profiling and if there's real concern that people look, legal residents, longtime residents, just might get caught up in this on somebody's suspicion.
It is so important to be aware that the law is written so broadly as to encompass the entire state of Texas. There is nothing in the writing of this law that focuses it only on the borderland. And then just to take a step back and recall that whether or not someone is a legal permanent resident, a U.S. citizen, perhaps they're here on a student visa, neither of those things are crimes. And so one individual mistakenly arrested under this law, who would then be placed in county jail while they were interrogated about their legal status, is just unacceptable. It's unconstitutional, and that's why we're fighting it.
And Marisa, some of the issues that may not bubble up to the governor's concerns are things like the Houston Police Department. They're concerned about the law threatening the connections that they have built over the years with the immigrant communities, the trust. Would someone, refuse a 911 call, an emergency call for fear, or not call 911 when they really need help for fear of being arrested?
Of course, we are all human beings looking out for the safety and well-being of our families, our neighbors, and our friends. And so in light of attacks like this by our own state, it definitely has a chilling effect and makes people question, is this peace officer someone I can actually trust, or are they instead going to be forced by the state to interrogate me, my loved ones, and potentially jail me or deport me? That gives people great pause. And again, this is really the goal of this legislation, which has now become law, is designed to really disenfranchise and silence communities of color throughout the state of Texas.
Marisa Limon Garza, Jennifer Babayi, thank you so much. You bring so much important insights to this argument. We appreciate it.